Hey guys, you're not gonna believe this. There are people out there, they're trying to hack your brain with the tech news.
Oh, is it us?
Intel's Ryan Shrout posted an impressive video this week showing an unreleased Intel Tiger Lake laptop with the company's Xe integrated graphics. The laptop appears to be running Battlefield 5 with graphics set to high at 1080p and getting above 30 frames per second. Now obviously that's not fast enough for the esports pros. See how I was fast right there?
That was so fast.
But it's one promising indication that Xe graphics might actually be competitive with AMD's APUs with built-in Vega graphics.
Z.
Well,
Z graphics.
is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Z graphics? Hey, Z graphics. Well, we're gonna find out later this year, but what we all really wanna know is, are Intel's discrete Z-powered graphics cards, which are coming, who knows when, going to be any good? Ryan, if you're listening, can you actually just ship us one? You don't need to tell anybody about it. Like, it can be our little secret. I just wanna feel it in my hands. And I might even put it down my pants, actually.
No, LIEnus.
It was EA's turn to hold a not E3 conference yesterday, and so they did, revealing some new games and expansions. Apex Legends is coming to Steam and Nintendo Switch with crossplay support later on this year. Yay. Also making their way to Steam are a bunch of other EA games, like The Sims 4, Titanfall 2, and Dead Space 3 Rocket Arena.
Nope.
Is that a period or a comma? Yeah, I mean, everything's a sequel, so it's hard to tell if where the number,
It's a tonal shift.
yeah. I mean, look, COD has a zombie mod,
That's
okay?
true, yeah.
Like The Sims 4, Titanfall 2, and Dead Space 3. Rocket Arena is a new multiplayer shooter that looks like a cross between Overwatch and Super Smash Bros. And It Takes Two is an innovative narrative adventure. But let's be honest, guys, if you weren't there for a new Skate game, which was also announced, you were there for Star Wars Squadrons gameplay. Because despite the fact that EA is making it, it actually looks pretty decent, with ship management straight out of X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Nice. And apparently, no microtransactions. Who are you?
Yeah, what?
Oh yeah, no, you're still EA. There's a new FIFA and Madden game or whatever. And also, I cannot stress this enough. Did I mention Squadrons?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, hopefully.
Apple is doubling down on its App Store policies after widespread criticism over the way the company is treating the makers of the Hey email app. Apple wants the app's developer, Basecamp, to add an in-app subscription method instead of directing users to the company's own website to avoid the App Store's 30% cut. Apple's Phil Schiller has now said the app should never have been approved for iOS, as right now, the way it works is users download the app and it just doesn't do anything if they don't buy a subscription separately. But the thing is, that's also the case for apps like Netflix, which Apple does make an exception for. The dispute and an antitrust investigation by the European Commission are hanging over Apple's heads as the company heads into WWDC next week. But hey, maybe Apple can distract everyone with enough shiny ARM-based Macs to make them forget that they've basically become the Monopoly man from the board game Monopoly. I actually have a personal thing to contribute to this. Floatplane has exactly the same problem with our app, because we actually cannot afford to give Apple 30% of the total revenue because most of it is supposed to go to the creator. So yeah, we actually have an app in the App Store, but we have no way to update it, even to apply bug fixes. And you know what else I'm upset about? That I didn't get to the bat quacks until now. Riley's doing them.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Blinkist, the app that takes the best insights and info from thousands of nonfiction books and condenses them into 15 minutes. Because having time for reading? In this economy? With Blinkist, you can listen to audio summaries or read them yourself in a wide variety of categories, such as business and finance, parenting, psychology, and self-help. And they even have full audiobooks now too. Some of their most popular titles include Reinventing the Product, which looks at how to use technology to compete in our increasingly digitized marketplace, and What to Do When Machines Do Everything, which explains how automation can be adapted to current business models and what to expect when the robots take literally all our jobs. The first 100 people to go to Blinkist.com/Techlinked will get unlimited access for 1 week to try it out and 25% off if you want the full membership. So do that at the link below.
Thanks, Riley. Backquacks. We're not done with Apple news. After closing, then reopening many of the company's stores, Apple has now closed stores again in Florida, Arizona, North Carolina, and South Carolina after new coronavirus outbreaks have spiked in those areas. This is a great reminder that pandemics don't end just because you like to go through and play with all the demo iPads in there. In fact, that's especially why they don't end. Please stop doing that. Thanks. Crayta, a Stadia timed exclusive game that mixes game creation tools with Fortnite aesthetics, will feature State Share when it launches on July the 1st. This allows players to join others' game sessions through shareable links, although the link recipient will have to own the $40 game before they can join. It's the latest Stadia feature that's been hyped up before launch, only to become delayed until it reaches the point that it doesn't seem that exciting or useful anymore. That's certainly, well, that's the Stadia strategy.
One way to do it.
Good job. But Google's working on other link sharing technology that actually seems quite useful. A new URL standard called text fragments will allow users to link to specific text on a web page rather than just the web page itself. You can get the extension and try it out on your friends who definitely didn't read that article before sharing it.
Crucial.
Geforce Now experienced crushing defeat earlier this year when game publishers left the service en masse, but since enacting the gaming subscription service's new opt-in policy, they're actually finding that they're starting to come back. Not like begging on their knees, just, dignifiedly. Square Enix has just brought back franchises like Deus Ex, Just Cause, Life is Strange, and Tomb Raider, which is appropriate as Geforce Now similarly claws its way back out of a metaphorical jungle, but with less tank tops. And a company called Space Perspective has announced test flights of their spaceship Neptune, which is, if we're speaking honestly, less of a spaceship and nothing to do with Neptune, and more of like a giant balloon meant to take paying customers up to the stratosphere to observe the curvature of the Earth before space debris ruptures the membrane and they all drop their champagne as they hurtle back towards the dirt. That sounds like a very expensive way to almost certainly perish, but hopefully it will put to rest once and for all the flat earther conspiracies. Oh wait, it won't, because they'll just blame it on the curvature of their masks and helmets.
This is VR.
And this episode is now over. Come back on Monday for more tech news. That is, if you haven't taken a ride on a space balloon by then and died.